Hey everybody,
This is J and B.
this is J and B. Obviously not our normal stream. You can kind of see by the title and the piece of paper and the candle on the table. We got a message. We were out about an hour ago. Got a message that Pawpaw has slipped into a coma.
We received a message from Ian, who's with him.
We received a message from Leanne.
Yes.
Yeah, Leanne, who's with him, taking care of him,
Keeping him comfortable.
keeping him comfortable. There's no roll hunting tonight. There's no auctions tonight. There's no giveaways tonight. This is all about basically the family coming together and hoping that this is just a stumbling block for Pawpaw. He's made it much longer than some of us expected. He's made it through a lot more things than some of us expected. I think, including him, from what he's told us. We do not, unfortunately, know yet where he is.
Doesn't matter.
He's been traveling. He's been trying to basically, for want of a better term, kind of like a bucket list thing. He didn't want to just lay in the bed and wait. So he's traveled all the way across the United States, up into Canada. The last I knew, he was in Canada.
Okay.
But we don't know whether he's still in Canada, if he's back in the States. All we got was the message that he had slipped into a coma. This was probably an hour or two ago. We haven't received any updates since then.
We're planning basically on praying
Yeah,
tonight.
we're
And once somebody sees this as a video, please continue praying for him.
good point. Yeah, we plan. B had a good idea. She said we plan on basically having the family come together and those that knew him come together and prayer for him. And then once this becomes a video, which is what happens to live streams, when they finish, they become a video. Anyone that sees this, please continue to pray for him. Obviously, if we get any word on a change of his condition one way or the other, we'll obviously let everybody know as soon as possible. But so
we're
what?
gonna pray for his recovery if possible. If not, then for the very
Yeah.
peace passing.
Yep. So, all right. So if everybody's, not that everybody's ready for this, but Nunya, I don't think that's an option. B's been in contact. But I was trying to see if we could find out where he was, because my comment to her was, if I knew where he was, I'd be on a plane and I'd be standing next to the bed tomorrow.
So we're gonna pray for
So
a minute.
we're going to pray for how long? For a minute. A minute.
And then you're gonna read his favorite psalm, which I find out from Leanne which one is it. I asked her.
Okay.
She is reading to him. It's the longest in the Bible, longest chapter.
Okay.
He loves it. And after the prayer, we're gonna
And
read
you want
that.
me to read that after the prayer?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pray one more time. So prayer for a minute.
Um.
Psalm. And actually, we're gonna finish with the psalm. Up to you. How you do it.
All right. Let's do this. Since we're gonna do the psalm. Let's do 30 seconds, and then the psalm, and then 30 seconds. Okay. Leanne sent us his favorite psalm.
She told me which one is
Oh, she told B which one it is. That's what it is. In any event, we've got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our normal 30 seconds of silent prayer, each in your own way, and then I'm going to read. I'm going to read his favorite psalm, and then when I conclude that, we'll pray for another 30 seconds. So please stop typing. And put that where I can see it. These aren't getting any easier, guys. If we could have 30 seconds of silent prayer, each in your own way, for Pawpaw to recover or to pass peacefully, starting now. Amen. So, do you have it for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Psalm 111 is his favorite.
So, Psalm 111 is his favorite, I guess.
I'm gonna read the King James version.
In the King James version,
The longest chapter as well in the Bible.
yeah, the longest chapter in the Bible, she said. Okay, so Nick says she got the email. He was in a coma yesterday, received an update tonight at 8:10 p.m. that he's still holding on. So, okay, good. All right. Adelph, blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord. Number 2, blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart. Number 3, they also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. Number 4, thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Number 5, oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Number 6, then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. Number 7, I will praise thee with the uprightness of heart when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. Number 8, I will keep thy statutes. O forsake me not utterly. Number 9, Beth, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. Number 10, with my whole heart I have sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Number 11, thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Number 12, blessed art thou, our Lord. Teach me thy statutes. Number 13, with my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. Number 14, I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as in all riches. Number 15, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. Number 16, I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Number 17, Gamel, deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Number 18, open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. Number 19, I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. Number 20, my soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgments at all times. Number 21, thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Number 22, remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. 23, princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. 24, thy testimonies also are my delight and my counselors. Number 25, Daleth, my soul cleaveth unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. 26, I have declared my ways, and thou heardest me. Teach me thy statutes. Number 27, make me to understand the way of thy precepts, so shall I talk of thy wondrous works. 28, my soul melteth for heaviness. Strengthen thou me according unto thy word. 29, remove from me the way of lying, and grant me thy law graciously. Number 30, I have chosen the way of truth, thy judgments I laid before me. 31, I have stuck unto thy testimonies, O Lord, put me not to shame. 32, I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Number 33, teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep unto the end. 34, give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. 35, make me go into the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. 36, incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. 37, turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. 38, establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. 39, turn away my reproach which I fear, for thy judgments are good. Number 40, behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. 41, vow, let thy mercies come also unto me, O Lord, even thy salvation, according to thy word. 42, so shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. 43, and take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. 44, so shall I keep the law continually forever and ever. 45, and I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precepts. 46, I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed. 47, and I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. 48, my hands also will lift up unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. 49, Zain, remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope. 50, this is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. 51, the proud have had me greatly in derision, yet I have not declined from thy law. 52, I remembered thy judgments of old, O Lord, and comforted myself. 53. Horror hath taken hold upon me because of the wicked that forsake thy law. 54. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. 55. I have remembered thy name, O Lord, in the night, and have kept thy law. 56. This I had because I kept thy precepts. 57. Cheth. Thou art my portion, O Lord. I have said that I would keep thy words. 58. I entreated thy favor with my whole heart. Be merciful unto me according to thy word. 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. 60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. 61. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law. 62. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. 63. I am a companion of all of them that fear thee, and of them who keep thy precepts. The earth, O Lord, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes. 65. Teth. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. 66. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. 67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. 68. Thou art good, and dost good. Teach me thy statutes. 69. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. 70. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. 73. J-O-D. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments. 74. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in thy word. 75. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. 76. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. 77. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. 78. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me without a cause. But I will meditate in thy precepts. 79. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Number 80. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. 81. Calf, my soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. 82. Mine eyes fail for thy word, saying, when wilt thou comfort me? 83. For I am become like a bottle in the smoke, yet do I not forget thy statutes. 84. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? 85. The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. 86. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. 87. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. 88. Quicken me after thy loving kindness, so shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth. 89. Lamed. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. 90. Thy faithfulness is unto all generations. Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth. 91. They continue this day according to thine ordinances, for all are thy servants. 92. Unless thy law had been my delights, I should then have perished in mine affliction. 93. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. 94. I am thine. Save me, for I have sought thy precepts. 95. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. 96. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandment is exceeding broad. 97. Mem. Oh, how I love thy law! It is my meditation all the day. 98. Thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. 99. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. 100. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. 101. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. 102. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. 103. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. 105. None. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. 106. I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. 107. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. 108. I beseech thee, the freewill offerings of my mouth, O Lord, to teach me thy judgments. 109. My soul is continually in my hand, yet I do not forget thy law. 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. 111. Thy testimonies have taken as an heritage forever, for they are rejoicing of my heart. 112. I have inclined mine heart to perform thy statutes always, even unto the end. 113. Samich. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. 114. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. 115. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. 116. Uphold me unto thy word, that I may live, and let me be not ashamed of my hope. 117. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. 118. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. 119. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee. I am afraid of thy judgments. 121. Ain. I have done judgment and justice. Leave me not to mine oppressors. 122. Be surety for thy servant for good. Let not the proud oppress me. 123. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation and for the word of thy righteousness. 124. Deal with thy servant according unto thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. 125. I am thy servant. Give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. 127. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. 128. Before I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. 129 PE. Thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. 130. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. 131. I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandments. 132. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. 133. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. 134. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. 135. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. 136. Rivers of waters run down mine eyes, because they keep not thy law. 137. Tizadi. Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. 138. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. 139. My zeal hath consumed me, because mine enemies have forgotten thy words. 140. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. 141. I am small and despised, yet do not I forgot thy precepts. 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. 143. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. 144. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. 145. KOPH, cough. I'm not sure of that word. I cried with my whole heart. Hear me, O Lord. I will keep thy statutes. 146. I cried unto thee. Save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. 147. I, preventing the dawning of the morning, and cried, hoped in thy word. 148. Mine eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. 149. Hear my voice, according unto thy loving kindness, O Lord. Quicken me according to thy judgment. 150. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. They are far from thy law. 151. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. 152. Concerning thy testimonies, I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever. 153. Resh. Consider mine affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law. 154. Plead my cause and deliver me. Quicken according to thy word. 155. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. 156. Great are thy tender mercies, O Lord. Quicken me according to thy judgments. 157. Many are my persecutors and mine enemies, yet do I not decline from thy testimonies. 158. I beheld the transgressors and was grieved, because they kept not thy word. 159. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. 160. Thy word is true from the beginning, and from every one of thy righteous commandments. Screwing this one up, guys, sorry. 160. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. 161. Shin. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy word. 162. I rejoice at thy word, as one that findeth great spoil. 163. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. 164. 7 times a day do I praise thee, because of thy righteous judgments. 165. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. 166. Lord, I have hoped for thy salvation, and done thy commandments. 167. My soul hath kept thy testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. 168. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. 169. Tau. Let my cry come near before thee, O Lord. Give me understanding according to thy word. 170. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. 171. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. 173. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. 174. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord, and the law is my delight. 175. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. 176. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. I see why Pawpaw liked that one. So, I can see you guys have been keeping each other up to speed what's going on in the chat. So if we could, now that I've read his favorite psalm, we started with a prayer and we said we would end with a prayer. So 30 seconds of silent prayer. that Pawpaw either makes another miraculous recovery or that he passes in peace without suffering.
Amen.
Amen. Well, thank you everybody for coming and for sharing in that.
Please keep praying for him.
Please keep praying for Pawpaw. He's surprised us before,
Yeah, I truly hope he will go through this.
and as I said in the prayer, you know, he surprised us before, and may he either wake up again and continue his travels, and if not, let him fall asleep and not suffer and find his way to heaven. I don't know what else to say.
I think our prayers goes into his recovery first. I think that's what we should pray more so.
The prayer should go into his recovery first. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
And I typed a message, which is in the blue on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would like to say something to Pawpaw. Yeah, we'll read his messages to him.
Okay.
So people are doing that during the stream, but not everybody joined us at the beginning.
Okay.
So
So the blue link at the top, it's as if someone would like to say, put that up there because Leanne said that she's reading this and she's going to read anything you would like to say in the comments to Pawpaw. She's going to read to him. So Pawpaw, my friend, I hope you continue on your travels, be they here on Earth,
we hope to see you in our next
and we hope to see you in
auction.
our next live stream.
$2 bills like he used to.
Pieces. I hope to see him in our next auction, and he bids on his $2 bills that he likes. Yeah. So
I want to sign off. Everybody, please continue to pray.
yeah,
Everybody who's going to watch this as a video later on, please do the same.
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off. We only signed on so that we could do this and get the word out and mainly get the prayer out. So if everyone who is here now or who sees this as a video, once it becomes a video, please continue to pray for Bassman to recover. Not for Bassman. Bassman just popped up on the chat. That's why I said that. For Pawpaw, you know, I don't know what else. So everyone, please keep him in your prayers. Please keep Leanne in your prayers too, because she's going through it with him and taking care of him. And I think she's his angel. So we love you, Pawpaw. Stay strong. And if possible, come back to us. And until next time, J&B, with love, God bless to everybody. Signing off.